Hi everybody. First of all, Kathy and I'd like to thank you for purchasing one of our products. Hopefully you'll purchase them all. Hey Kathy.
Hopefully.
Anyway, this is dealing with the front light bar kit that we've conceived for the 60 series tractor. The kit is going to consist of 4 parts. It's going to consist of the main front bar that your light is going to attach to. It's going to have a right side stay and a left side stay, or stay arm, and then it's going to come with a bag of bolts. Now you're going to look in the package, and when you look in the package you're going to see longer bolts, and you're going to say, oh my lord, what's the longer bolts for? Well, we're going to tell you what the longer bolts are for. When Kubota built these tractors, they attached the light with that bolt that you see up there in the corner, and it worked quite well until Kathy got after Paul to make a light bar kit, and the light bar became a little thicker, which means the bolt came a little shorter. So in order to keep things safe and secure, we decided to give you these 2 bolts here to replace those 2 bolts up there. Now, the average person who knows anything about one of these tractors are going to say, he's not going to get them bolts out of there, but I got a trick for you. So I'm going to show you the trick. Now, it's up to you if you do it or not. I've done it many times. That roof is really made to lift off, and you can lift it off by removing a number of bolts in and on the side of the headliner and on the front of the headliner, and it will lift up. But you really don't need to do that. Now, this is not something you're going to see in any service manual, so you can do this at your own risk. And don't do it in the cold. Do it in, like above freezing. Don't do it, if it's minus 56 below zero out, and and everything's crispy and ready to crack. Do it in a warm and a mild environment. So here's what you're going to do. First of all, I would recommend you putting a shipping blanket or something down over your hood, because mistakes do happen and you can drop a tool or a light or, God forbid, one of our brackets.
Yeah, God forbid.
Right? So, this here kind of helps protect it. I got a sore hind leg, so I'm trying to nurse it. So, of course, you can see it won't come out. So you get a pry bar. It don't necessarily have to have a red handle. Insert laugh here. Okay, and you go up just under the roof line, and it's not hard to do, just hard to do on film. Just rise it up enough where you can pull it out. Now, just by coincidence, I happen to have my own black bolt with a washer on. Okay? So now we're going to insert that one. And as you can see, it is quite a bit longer than the other one.
Lower?
Well, what's for you? You can't bring the camera up?
Oh, well,
I'm not asking for a kidney.
it's going to be right in your face.
Oh, but that don't matter. I got a beautiful face. You told me that one time.
You do have a beautiful
30 odd
face,
years ago.
Everyone's going to be looking at your face.
Meantime, it was 30 odd years ago.
Well, everyone will be looking at your face.
Anyway, folks, see, she brings out the worst in me. Back. Are you all right?
Yes.
Anyway, so it's a little bit longer than we like, but it's better to have it longer than too short. So
Exactly. Okay.
we're going to go back up again.
I'll zoom myself
If I
in
can
here.
get my foolish camera person to settle down.
Right, settle down.
Now, we reverse the procedure. This time we got to lift the cab top the roof a little bit higher. And anyway, this is how you do it. You put the bolt in front on first, and you pry, and you pry, and it's there. Perfect.
Perfect.
Now, what you do then, those bolts are 17 millimeter? I think they're 17 millimeter.
Those that we had, 10 millimeter? 10
No,
millimeter.
no, it's the wrench I'm talking about. Folks, see what I'm dealing with? So you put this bar on like that. Your bar goes on, and then you put your light up in place. Now, if you're unlike me and you have a sensible wife, she can get up on the other side and hold that bracket while you're tightening down that bolt.
Someone must have one of those.
Well, I wouldn't certainly know what that's like. So, this is what you have to do. Now, what you do is you tighten them down, but you don't tighten them down to the point where you can't move it. You're better off leaving it a little bit loose on both sides. And the reason why I say that is because then you start to put your bar on. And your bar will go on with the silver bolts. And it's going to go bolt, washer on first. Then there's going to go a flat washer, lock washer, and nut. That's how it goes. And what you do is you line them up. And when you get it all bolted on, again loose, you'll notice that these here are elongated. A big word, eh? And then you can center it. And then once you get it centered, tighten it down here, tighten it down here, tighten it down here, tighten it down here, and that install is done. Okay? Now, another little tech tip, because I just love tech tips. When you receive your bar, okay, you're going to say, mine don't have the holes in it. Well, the reason why yours don't have the holes in it is because we don't know what type of light you're going to use and how it's going to mount. In this case, for demo purposes, we use this light, so I pre-punched them so they could go on like that. So what you're going to do, you're going to have your light, and before you install this, you're going to put this on a flat surface. You're going to lay your light on it with your mounting tabs, and you're just going to mark them and just drill the holes for them. So that way, when you get up there and you put this on, and it's all tightened down and everything's good to go, you just go up and put your light on then, with the holes you have drilled, tighten it up, and all you have to do is run your wire. So, with regards to your wire, people have been asking us a lot about that lately. My recommendation is that when you buy your kit, your light, your LED light, order a light kit with, or a relay kit with it, or a wiring kit, and it will come with a little relay, it will come with the switch, and it will come with all the necessary wiring to wire up your light. Fellas have asked if they can hook it up to the existing wire, which is here, and I've seen people do it. I'm kind of apprehensive about doing that because I'll tell you why. Well, for one thing, if you turn on that light switch in there, well, you have this light on and that light on, and then you have this big LED light on. I don't know if it's going to exceed the required amperage or the amperage that's required for the switch, and you could burn out your switch, or you could have even a fuse pop. So I would like to keep them independent. You leave the wiring alone and just run your wire down through, or you might even have to lift up the cab a little bit and come on down through, or the top. Either way, it's doable. And if you want to take a chance and hook it up to that wire, that's fine. That's your prerogative. It's certainly not the way that I do things. And that's about it. Other than that, it's a good mod. I can guarantee you, when you hook up that LED light across there, these will probably only be there for decoration from then on, because those middle LED lights are crazy, crazy, crazy good. I would recommend, if you're going to get an LED light bar for the front, like this one, get one like this one. Get one that has, you'll notice they're different here. They're different because this center one here is a spotlight, and these other ones are a floodlight. So in other words, the center one is really good for seeing at a distance. okay? But it's very focused at that distance. It's just straight ahead. Whereas the outer ones are a floodlight. They're not good for a great distance, but they're great for a wide, you know, a wide section. So that's why the two of them really work well together. And that's how you install our light bar, and there's a few tips in there for you. Again, thank you very much for your patronage. We greatly appreciate it, and hopefully we'll see you again soon. Good luck and happy tractoring.